Hey, time for Herman's Hot Takes. Eyes of the Dragon, chapters 111 through 120. It's so good. Oh, I know I say that every time, but this time it's really good. Okay, it starts out a little slow. He, totally starts talking about some church in the middle of the town, tower, and the tower falls, and he talks about how the wind blew it over from the weather, and how most people ignored it, went back to sleep, but it wakes Thomas. It literally and figuratively will wake Thomas up, and it wakes Flag, literally and figuratively, and we're going to start with Flag. So Flag hears the boom, he wakes up, and all of a sudden he's like, something's coming, something bad's about to happen, and he's had a bad feeling for a while. He describes it as a ferret gnawing at his brain and his stomach. Oh, such good description. And he's having nightmares where he wakes up with his left eye in pain. He's holding his left eye and he's in pain. And he cannot figure out, he's still so arrogant. This evil is so arrogant. He's still like, there is no way my plan's going to fail. No way. I've got this. Everything's perfect this time. And he's like, I got to figure out what's going on. It's got to be, maybe it's Peter. So he pulls out a crystal. And he puts magic in the crystal, and he's going to see in the crystal, what is Peter doing? I need to see Peter. And we realize that this is the vision, the dream that all Peter, Ben, and Naomi have seen in their dreams. A flag bent over this green thing saying the name Peter. So this is coming true, this vision they've all had. So he says to the crystal, show me how Peter's going to escape. What's he doing? I think he's going to escape. And the crystal shows him his mother having the god dog talk with him, which in that talk, she told him about the napkins. So the crystal is showing him how Peter's escaping with the napkins, and Flag ignores that because that's not important. And then it shows him the dollhouse, Peter playing with the dollhouse as a kid, which the dollhouse is helping him escape, and Flag's like, man, that's not important. Show me the important things. And again, it's just, reiterating that Flag that ignores the things that are important that he thinks aren't important. He doesn't consider them important. So he, finally, it shows Peter climbing down the tower with the gossamer rope. And Flag's like, oh, I don't think this has happened yet, but it's about to happen. And he grabs this huge axe, like this executioner's blade that he used to use when he was there under a different name. And he heads out, puts his cloak on, and he's like, this is it, I'm going to kill Peter. So then it describes the fact that there's these gates. And Ben, Naomi, and Dennis are coming one way to the tower, and Flag's coming the other way to the tower. They can't see each other around the tower. But Ben, Naomi, and Dennis have Frisky pulling some cart. Flag's dragging the axe behind him, and they're going to meet at the tower on either side. So it's kind of getting good. Flag gets to the tower, and he's yelling and screaming and trying to get in because he doesn't have a key. And finally, the lesser warden gets up and lets him in, and he just takes the axe and just takes the guy's head off. Blood everywhere. It's sprayed all over Flag. It describes Flag as looking like a demon. Like a demon. So we know he's evil incarnate pretty much, so probably the devil. So describes him as looking like a demon. He looks like a demon. He's got blood on him. He's got the big axe, and he just starts screaming. And he starts yelling to Peter, here I come, Peter, to chop off your head. He's yelling up the stairs. Now remember, there's 300 stairs this guy has to get up. So he's coming up the stairs, just screaming. And now the chapters are going back and forth between Peter and Flag, Peter and Flag. Peter's getting the rope ready. He's scared. He's so scared. And Stephen King makes the point that even if you're brave and good, that doesn't mean you're never afraid. Peter had never been more afraid. And so Peter's trying to get the rope ready to jump out. Flag's coming up the stairs screaming how he's gonna kill him. And it tells you at the end of each Flag section how many stairs he's gone. He's gone 70 steps. He's gone 100 steps. He's gone 125 steps. So he is coming. And then all of a sudden, it jumps to Thomas. And now Thomas wakes up from the fall of the tower. He's in the room with looking through the eyes of Niner. And he figuratively is going to wake up too. He wakes up, he looks around the room, he misses his dad, he misses Peter, he views the room, and he's like, I've screwed up. Like, he is sorry for what he's done. He would give anything for his dad's ghost to show up so he can tell him he's sorry, he says. So we're kind of seeing a little change in Peter. Like, he's like, I would give this all up. I don't care if people don't know who I am, if everybody ignores me. This is not what I wanted. So he's decided he's going to go into his dad's study where all the heads are hanging. He's going to sit in his dad's robe and just try to feel close to his dad because he has good memories of watching his dad through the dragon eyes. So that's where we've left everybody. Peter frantically trying to get out, Flag coming up, trying to get to him, trying to kill him, and Thomas being like, I'm sorry, I'm going to go sit in my dad's room. And we know Ben and Naomi and Dennis are coming to the other side of the tower with a cart. That's all we know about them. Not a lot. I mean, a lot of good description here and some good action, like tension. I mean, King is just building the tension in this section, like going the back and the forth and like, oh, what's going to happen next? What's going to happen next? Something's coming. It was hard to stop at 120. Like, I was like, ooh, it was probably a bad place for us to have you guys stop. Like, it was like, whoa, I want to keep reading. But yeah, there is a little bit of the storm personification. It says the storm breathed its last gasp. So we have a little bit of weather report, which is personification of the storm, and some symbolism that, you know, if we've talked about the storm being this evil thing coming, this battle, if it's breathed its last gasp, like hopefully maybe that means that Flag is about to breathe his last gasp. I don't know if that's what the storm is symbolizing. I guess we'll find out. All right. Hope you're enjoying it. Bye.